Hate is such an ugly word, and yet we can't escape the fact that there's so much of it going on in the world, and it's only getting worse. Just turn on the news and you will see the countless senseless acts being perpetrated. I mean, we hate for all kinds of reasons, and quite frankly, it's really hard to comprehend. Let me give you some examples. We hate entire people groups because of an encounter we had with someone from that group, or because of how we are influenced by trusted sources. And here's the big one. We hate because of how we were raised. Now ask yourself, is there ever a good reason to hate? And before you answer that question, we need to define it. And before we do that, I need you to stick around to the end so you do not miss the list. Merriam-Webster defines hate as an intense hostility and aversion, usually deriving from fear, anger, or a sense of injury, extreme dislike, or disgust. So let me ask you this. Do you hate anyone? And before you try to justify it by making yourself feel better, saying that you don't actually hate anyone or you have a very good reason to, remember that whatever it is you hate is coming from fear, anger, or sense of injury. And none of those are good reasons to hate. I mean, think about that for a moment. Your hate is coming from your fear, and we know that fear is irrational. We fear what we don't understand, and that fear turns to hate. A lot of our misguided anger is because people are unwilling to confront the real culprit, the person in the mirror. Hate is a terrible condition that no amount of medical exams or blood work will ever reveal what is really going on. That hate is a condition of the heart, and there is only one cure for that. But is there ever a good reason to hate? Yes. Yes, there is, and it's evil. We should absolutely hate everything that is evil, but love everything that is good. But then, how do we know what is good? Because I can say this is good or that is good, and you can say it's not. So, what do we use as a measure of good? Is there a universal definition somewhere? Is there an arbiter of all that is good? And if there is, wouldn't this arbiter of all that is good, they themselves have to be good? No, they would have to be perfect. Because if there's a standard of good, then the standard bearer has to be beyond good, perfect, so that there is no question that the definition of good is in fact reliable. But who fits that description? Who is perfectly good without blemish? Now, if you've been watching any of my videos, then you know exactly what I'm going to say. And that is that there's only ever been one to walk this earth to fit that description, and oh, by the way, who happened to bring everything into existence, including you and me, and he has already told us what good is. You see, there are so many layers to why we hate, but at the core, it's because we've turned our backs on the source of all that is good and redefined what is good in our own eyes. Don't believe me? Check this out. We no longer put God first. We idolize everything but God. We routinely misuse God's name. We dishonor the seventh day. We no longer honor mother and father. We murder mercilessly. We've minimized adultery by calling it an affair. We take what doesn't belong to us without remorse. We lie with impunity, and we desperately envy what other people have, and we wonder why we hate. And if you want more content like this and it has been a blessing to you, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it. Now may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance towards you and give you peace. God bless.